Vic Schaefer, players Yemiyah Morris and Myah Taylor. We'll have Coach starts with an opening statement, and we'll take questions.
Well, first of all, just want to commend Tennessee. Just thought they played extremely hard. I thought Ray came out and played extremely well early, carried them, and played extremely hard for them, did so many really good things. Played with a little bit of a heavy heart today. Danny Osley, one of our tremendous alumni at Mississippi State, passed away suddenly last night. He's somebody that had been really good to me and always been so nice. So I had him in the back of my mind today, and proud of our kids. I'm just really proud of our kids, how hard they played. I thought the second half Jordan figured it out and played extremely hard for us. You know, we tend to go off of her. I thought Myah really ran our team well today. And Myah here, that's probably her career best game. 7 out of 8 at the line, 2 out of 2 from the field, 11 and 6, and I thought she competed. Her first rotation in wasn't great, but I thought her second rotation was outstanding, and then when she came in the third time in the second half, she was really good. When I can keep Jessica on the floor, she was great. She was 4 out of 5, had 5 rebounds, and did it in, I don't know how many minutes, but it wasn't many. And, you know, I played my bench, if you noticed early in that first quarter, we were just, and I kind of thought this is what was coming just because of the way we had practiced and shot around. I thought my bench was outstanding in the first quarter, and came in and gave us some needed minutes, some good minutes. I think we were down when they came in, and we actually came back and had we were down 2 at the end of the first quarter. So giving God the glory for win number 21, and you know, it's still hard to win here, y'all. It doesn't get any easier. There's still great players on that other bench. There's still All-Americans down there, and it doesn't get any easier. And just proud of our kids for how hard they fought. You know, they got 13 steals, forced 22 turnovers. I say this all the time, y'all. You don't get that standing around a 2-3 zone playing hope you miss defense. I'm proud of our kids for how hard they played and for making it happen.
Yemiyah, when you were going through the recruiting process, what were the main things that attracted you to Mississippi State?
The main thing that attracted me was like the post development, because I was like watching how Tiara McCowan came in, and like they said, like she wasn't, you know, as good as she was, but they developed her and helped her grow to what she is now. So I'm hoping that I can grow and develop to be something better.
We'll go Robbie and then Steve.
Myah, you picked up those 4 fouls in the third quarter, I think. Came in and played really composed in the fourth quarter and stayed on the floor. How much confidence did you feel like you gained as the quarter and the second half went on, having to step in and play for Jessica in foul trouble?
That gave me a lot more confidence. I just have to be ready to play the next time. Just stay ready.
Steve.
For any of y'all, I think you only forced 3 turnovers there in the first quarter, and then about 20 the rest of the game. I know y'all kind of thrive on forcing turnovers. What changed after the first period that enabled y'all to kind of expose them a little more?
I would say when we first came out in the first quarter, we wasn't as aggressive as we needed to be on defense, and I feel like it picked up as the game went on. But we need to start off the game how we ended, which is playing really hard on defense, denying the ball, getting out of the passing lanes, and just being aggressive on defense. So I just feel like if we start out that way, start off aggressive, then this team can go really far.
Myah, not many teams can throw it into this many post players, 6'2", 6'5", 6'6" player. They're all young too. What do you see for them in the future?
As far as our post players,
Tennessee, I think. Yes,
No, I'm sorry. I'm talking about Mississippi State.
Oh, okay.
our post players.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. They're all really young. We have Yemiyah that came in as a transfer, so this is her first year in the system. We have Jessica only a sophomore. promise, that transferred and then had the red shirt. But I just feel like Coach Harris and all the coaches have done a wonderful job with developing them and make sure they stay ready, being aggressive, and making themselves a big target. As me being 5'7", I can't see sometimes over my defender, but they make their stuff available for me, so it just makes my job a little easier to get it to them. But they do a wonderful job of making their stuff available.
So Steve, Robbie and Steve.
Vic, you are the first team in SEC history to win 3 straight in Knoxville. We talked about it the other day about taking that first step in 16, and you got the first win against Tennessee. How have you been able to string together success against a team that this program's never been able to beat?
Well, I guess we're trying to even things up after a long, drought. But I give credit to our players and to my staff. I mean, they've come in here with a mindset. When that first team finally beat them at our place, remember, we were down 12 going into the fourth quarter at our place. And we had, I gave in and said, okay, we'll go to the matchup. We went to the matchup that night and held them to 4 points in the fourth quarter and got it to overtime. And then we got it in overtime and we ended the game, winning the game on a defensive stop. And I just remember seeing the pure joy and jubilation on my players' faces. Victoria Vivian's a Mississippi kid. My daughter, a Mississippi kid. Bree, Morgan, Katera Chapel, kids that believed in a vision when there wasn't anything to show them. They came to Mississippi State believing in a vision but just seeing, our kids being able to persevere and then once we kind of broke through, you realize, it's kind of like my dad used to say, they put their pants on just like you do, and you realize if you just go in there and you fight and compete, you can play with anybody in the country. And I think that's what we've done at Mississippi State with everybody we've learned to play against, whether it's Tennessee or Georgia or Connecticut, anybody else. I mean, we've learned that if we go in there and play our way, and we play and we're tough and we're aggressive and we're physical, we got a chance every night. So, it's difficult. Like I said, it doesn't get any easier here, and I think for us, it's just a mindset. No matter where we go, no matter who we play, we know there's a certain level of expectation. There's a certain level that you have to play to if you're going to have a chance to win. But it certainly helps to get better players, and it certainly helps to have a tremendous staff that develops those players and those kids and can really, again, when you have 4 sets of eyes over there that can see a game, the game goes really fast, y'all. And if you think as a head coach you can see everything, you're kidding yourself. And I'm just so blessed to have a tremendous staff over there that sees the game the way I see it and yet know, that if I miss something, I know they got it.
Coach Stephen and Maria.
I imagine when you do a scouting report for Tennessee, you're focusing on trying to stop Myah Davis. When did you kind of realize she wasn't going to be available tonight, and how does that kind of alter your game plan one way or another?
Yeah, I didn't get much heads up on that. I think I got that notice at 9 minutes before the tip that she wasn't out warming up. So it doesn't really change things for us. I mean, we had to still do our thing and play the way we're going to play. Obviously, you take a tremendous player off the floor for them. And again, I thought Ray Girl, I thought she just picked it up and was going to be that it factor. I told my team before we came out, I said, I've been a part of more games where the best player, something happened, they got hurt, they were sick, and the team found a way to win. I've been part of more of those games than the team not winning. So if you let your guard down, if you just think you're going to walk out there and play and don't think those other kids are not going to go out there and try to win, you're fooling yourself. So I was proud of our kids. Again, the first quarter wasn't great, but I thought the second quarter we held them to 9 points and we did a much better job. And look, it could have easily been 13 or 15 at half, but we had some real freshmen. We just had some young things happen, that happen to us every night, and we gave them a chance to have 4 or 5 points in.
Maria.
Coach, I know you can't comment about officiating, so I'm going to ask carefully, but I've watched basketball 35 years. I've never seen double fouls called in the first quarter. Does that sort of throw both players kind of off their rhythm a little bit, maybe?
Okay. Vic, how much different is your recruiting pitch now than it was when you started out at Mississippi State, when you really didn't have much tradition? You talked about trying to show players a vision that they couldn't see. How much has that changed?
Well, I think now they see it. I mean, you know, not only are we winning, but we're doing it in front of big crowds every night. I mean, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000. We've got the largest crowd in the history of our building, and by the way, our building's been around about 43 years. So we've had tremendous support there. To me, it's the greatest home court in the country, and our fans are the best in the country. They love our kids. They absolutely adore my players, and rightfully so. Again, when we were building it, y'all, you know, we built it on being a tough, physical, aggressive basketball team. We didn't have this. We couldn't go get the skill set kids early. But when you go get that first class with Katera, Dominique, Chinway, and Brianna Richardson, those are kids that, again, that first year, we didn't even look like a Division I team, much less an SEC team. I remember coming here that first year, we got beat 88-45, you check it. And it's the least amount that we got beat in like our first 6 or 7 games. I mean, Kentucky hung 111 on us, Vanderbilt hung 100 and something on us. I mean, it was a nightmare on Elm Street, and it was part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 every night. But now you're right. If you want to play in front of a big crowd, you want to play in front of a raucous crowd, or you want to play in front of a great fan base every night, whether we're in, and here's the thing that sets us up. Our fans don't come out because it's Tennessee or Georgia or they come out, it doesn't matter if we're playing a 3-name directional school. And that's what separates Mississippi State. They come to see their team play, not who we're playing. And that's when you know you've built it, and that's part of building it. It's not just the wins and losses, it's not just the X's and O's, it's the fan base. We had a lot of fans out there. They keep coming here. I mean, it's a very, you know, you're really proud of that. And then yet my young team I have now, it's not their fault, but they have to defend it, what's gone before them. People are coming for you. They're not coming for you, they're coming for what's on your chest. And so they have to understand this is what you signed up for. I think she's learning, this is what I signed up for. It's not easy, it's not junior college. So you're right, the pitch is much different now. It's a different sell. And if you look at my roster, I think we got kids from 11 different places, countries, states. And so it is. But I think they also like playing our style of play. Again, we're not standing around in a 2-3 zone playing hope you miss defense.
I know a lot of times you don't have a choice, like when Jessica gets in foul trouble, but you're playing a lot of inexperienced players in key moments, and especially, you know, in tough environments like this tonight. How much trust do you have in freshmen, Yemiyah, and players like that to put them in those positions like ending the half, or, you know, Yemiyah played, I think, the last 7 minutes of the game?
Yeah, so it gets better and better, and the way she played tonight, my confidence now goes to another level with her. And you know what? Her teammates will say the same thing. You're right. I'm playing so many young kids, so many minutes, and they're in big moments. I mean, we put them in there, you know, in that first quarter tonight. I just wasn't pleased with our energy and our juice with some of our players, and so we put them in that environment. But if you come to practice and you watch Bulldog, you'll see that white team, which is not our starters, beating the maroon team. Beat them 2 straight days this week, didn't they?
Yes.
So they're not scared, and they're good players. So it's just getting them to, you know, you're teaching, you know, Aaliyah Matharu's out there fouling 70 feet from the basket to end the first quarter. So instead of being up 10, we put them on the free throw line. Well, that's just a young kid. She'll figure it out, but my job is to teach her. I've got to coach better and teach better. And so, you know, it's just, it is what it is with my team. I mean, we're really young, and you know they'll tell you there's days I want to throw the crayons and the coloring books out, and we'll do that because we're just so young, inexperienced, and immature. But they can play, you know, and look, to be where we are with this group right now today is really a credit to them and my staff. They have really done a tremendous job to be where we are today. I'm awfully proud of them.
Anything else? I think you all.
All right, praise the Lord and go Dogs. Thank y'all.